Now, another installment of our occasional series on one-man band businesses. Zella Chin reports on an entrepreneur who has invested in a traditional craft that you may have thought had long disappeared from Hong Kong.
On this Thursday afternoon in Sham Shui Po, Jeff Wan is doing a little holiday shopping. He's buying some knickknacks for his clients.
Hi, hello, 係啊，嚟揾啲嘢睇下皮啊，同埋買啲踭咁樣。I'm Jeff. I founded shoe artistry and we provide shoe workshop and we make shoes for clients, like made-to-measure shoes. And we also run an apprenticeship program.
The story of the shoemaker begins 2 years ago when a 40-year-old shoemaking business in Jordan closed because of skyrocketing rent. Jeff took the shop's clients and equipment and opened his own place overlooking the heart of Ladies Market in Mongkok.
This is the kind of location that everyone from everywhere, they can come very easily.
He has a background in product design and is a confessed shoeaholic.
I'm super interested in handmade shoes business. I don't see any designer actually both craft and design together. This is exactly the spot I can use my design knowledge and craft making knowledge to create something new. 我黐埋呢隻先啦，咁樣你浪漫能膠黐啫嘛，係咪？
係啊，呢都唔使諗㗎啦，你個求其黐緊就得㗎啦，攞到鞋大啲㗎嘛。
Well, I started learning making shoes from Mr. Kwong. He taught us a lot of things and how to use the hammer, to use and using the glue and all the bits and pieces from making the upper to the outsole and everything. And we also learned from another master from UK, and she taught us like the shoes that before the machine has been invented, like a pair of shoes like this, and it's all made by hand, and it's also very basic. I mean, they don't use any machine and they don't use any glue at all. So we are thinking to combine the old way and also the skills that we learned from Mr. Kwong to come up with something like new for our clients.
How is learning the craft progressing?
Slow, as it is. I mean, this is the nature of handmade shoes. It cannot be like done in like few weeks or a few months. It takes like years to master it.
He runs a company with corporate social responsibility at its heart.
But we are doing a business with a good balance between like profit and heritage. I need the money, the profit, to keep the whole things working. Then I can do more social good. Then I can do more for the community.
He says the business is profitable. Leather shoes sell for about $3,000 to $5,000 a pair, and an average month can reap $60,000 in sales.
如果要成功咧，我哋個心態要係點樣，或者咩價值觀啊啲咁樣。
This veteran businessman with 3 decades of experience helped small enterprises with strategic planning. He thinks Jeff's business has potential.
Hong Kong people also like to support the local economy. Some kind of the old traditional type of craftsmanship or the small shop in the street corner.
In fact, Jeff sees growing demand for his handmade-to-measure products in what is now a mass-market industry.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
See you again.
Yeah. And also,
this banker has been a client for a year and a half. He wants to buy a handmade pair for work and a pair for play.
For the lighter brown, we have this softer one.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And you can try to touch it.
Okay. I can choose the type of skin to make my shoe and the type of style, whether I want it with a buckle or with laces. Because it's tailored, the shoes actually kind of fit much nicer to your feet snugly.
He also likes that he's the sole person wearing any given pair.
You've had a long relationship with Jeff now, and you've gotten to know about his shoes and his brands. Why is that?
Well, Jeff is become a friend now after so much of our dialogues together. But I do kind of like the fact that, like they're doing something to save the craft, for this trade in Hong Kong.
The majority of our customers, they do need this surface, like made-to-measure surface, because they cannot get a comfortable pair of shoes elsewhere. We don't produce a lot of shoes a month. Sometimes we have to tell the customers, like, okay, you have to wait for a few months, especially when we have too many orders on our hands.
The biggest hurdle to Jeff's labor of love is finding enough craftsmen. He believes there's only about 20 shoemakers left in Hong Kong, so he started an apprenticeship program teaching secondary students the secrets of the soles.
We need new shoemakers to make the industry working. And we find a lot of youngsters, they kind of interested in this skill, but they don't know how to get into the industry. So that's why we want to link this up. We'll provide more opportunities for these young people.
Jeff's checking in on one of his apprentices in Causeway Bay.
Hey, 許生，阿潘，早晨 ，OK 嘛？習慣咗。
Jeff thinks Apun is a shoo-in to become a master shoemaker. He wants him to learn the skill of shoe repair from this cobbler and then return to Jeff's shop to hone his shoemaking skills. Poon says it's tiring standing 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, but he enjoys the work.
I like creating things with my hands because those handicraft stuff are very interesting. And Jeff has the heart to help me, and if there's free time, I can go to his workshop to learn to do things. This is pretty good.
In the short term, Jeff supplements shoe sales with DIY weekend workshops. He spent a few moments teaching me how to make a pair of pumps.
You picked these two letters, right?
Yes, I think this is a beautiful color.
Favorite color?
Well, not
Wow.
for work, but to go party.
Yeah, definitely. This is a party color.
Party color.
We simplify the shoemaking process into 2 afternoons so people can come and enjoy the experience on making a pair of shoes for themselves. By the end of the workshop, they can put on the shoes and work out the workshop, which is good.
We didn't have enough time to finish my pumps. I'll have to put in the hours another day.
So what's next for your business?
The next for us will become like a boutique manufacturer, not for mass production, but for high quality but low quantity kind of production, which supporting local designer or designers from Southeast Asia.
Coming up after the break, a new silhouette for an old industry. Welcome back. We continue our sartorial journey tonight with a look at an enterprise trying to revive local bespoke tailoring. The company competes against tailors in Tsim Sha Tsui, but keeps all its operations completely in Hong Kong using homegrown talent. This award-winning social enterprise wants to make money from its goods. It also wants to do some good. Reviving an industry, one stitch at a time. The 10 employees at this workshop in Cheung Sha Wan, veteran tailors and seamstresses, have seen their local industry decline over the years and jobs disappear north. An entrepreneur is trying to change all that. He's basted this social enterprise to incorporate as much social good as profit. One way is through its hiring.
The disenfranchised master tailor population that's, I think, been decimated by 90% since the peak of the industry. Second, the discarded seamstress workforce that has found very little to do at comparable compensation levels since those factory jobs left for China decades ago.
Well, there's lots of bespokes guys in Tsim Sha Tsui.
Tons.
What's the difference? What makes you a social enterprise more Hong Kong-based? What is the difference?
Number one, our suits are 100% guaranteed made in Hong Kong. It's sad that I have to say that as a distinguishing factor because I would say 90% are not made here in Hong Kong anymore, that are sold as Hong Kong tailored suits. And they are certainly oftentimes not bespoke. They're made to measure. So it's basically kind of an off-the-rack product from a factory. Our approach.
Costs on the mainland are about 50% lower than in Hong Kong. Nonetheless, he invested in the business thinking there were enough customers in the city that appreciated a nice suit.
If you can see here, these buttonholes are all hand done. So there is no buttonhole machine. There you go. See, you appreciate that. Yeah. And you know, so it's these little things, the right lining.
Why get a bespoke if you can't get a working cuff? Right?
Amen, brother. Amen.
We decided that I needed a new look. Fong, the sales manager, took me through the steps. First, the fabric.
But the nicer the fabric, the higher the price, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Suits start at around $3,800 and can go way higher depending on your fabric decision. Be prepared to invest some time as well as money into the bespoke process.
I'll go with this one.
Good.
You can go with black.
Finally,
see?
Well, it's definitely not blue or gray, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's do this one.
Okay.
How long has the Sifu been a tailor?
Oh my God, 你做咗幾多年啊，師傅？40年有冇？
More than 40 years.
Zhong wants to use the experience of master tailor Zheng and all the others in the workshop to help rejuvenate the industry, but not before working on my second fitting.
And what they do is after this is done, they actually disassemble everything.
Oh.
They take it all apart, and then they actually redraw and recut again to make sure it actually fits perfectly.
Oh.
Sifu can't do the impossible.
Very nice color.
Can you make me look thinner?
Sure, but you gotta wear black.
They have also recently got a SE Award prize by the government. So we have actually got a wide range of services which could either be run by NGOs or they set up on their own.
The business has just started to make a profit. Zhong wants to move on to the next step as a social enterprise. Help a few troubled youngsters who could well become the industry's new blood.
The young blood is oftentimes still at the rehab centers.
I heard that Wing Paul goes in there.
She does.
And supervises the training.
That's right, workshops.
What's the response so far?
So far, so good. I think people, appreciate the fact that we're there, that we're doing things that are a little different from their normal activities. I think they are very intrigued by this notion that something that they know, tailoring, that these crazy young kids are trying to reinvent what that means so that there's the potential for these guys to earn real money.
The final verdict for any business is a satisfied customer.
You ready for your final fitting, Douglas?
Here we go. So far, so good.
Wow. If you ask me, it fits like a glove. Nicely.
We don't hard sell it. We think it's important for people to know that we're trying to be good citizens without any guilt or charity premiums. But if the deciding factor between me and the next guy is the fact that we're a social enterprise and we care, well, we'd love your business.
Well, now that my suit is all stitched together, we can move on to our next social enterprise, which specializes in the manufacture of sweet little hand grenades that could, well, blow my new silhouette to smithereens. They won't be smiling for long. But the folks who made them keep on smiling and baking up a storm. The I in I Bakery is for I Can Do It. It's one of 4 shops opened by the Tung Hua Group. The 50 employees of this social enterprise are mostly people with special needs and disabilities. Individuals that find it very hard to get a job.
The training part is, in fact, the most difficult part for us because people who have more abilities, they can master more steps or even do the whole process. But for some staff, they have limited abilities. They can focus on 1 or 2 procedures, but they still can do it.
The business got $2 million in seed money from the Social Welfare Department. It's self-sustaining now.
All our cookies are handmade. They are very labor-intensive, and that is good for us because we want to create more jobs.
They're in the middle of the seasonal rush at the moment. They'll churn out 100,000 Christmas cookies, many of them on pre-order from faithful customers. Florence says they'll sell out almost immediately. For many staff, it's not just a job. Florence says they appreciate their work more because they understand they'd have few chances in a business solely bent on a financial bottom line.
We want to make this not only a place to employ people with disabilities. We want to make this a showcase that lets other people know we can do it with a team of different abilities. So we hope more people or more business people, they will think the same as us.
Well, what are these?
These are our bestseller.
These are more promising for me.
Right, and double chocolate and chocolate with cashew nut.
Ooh, cashews.
And this is butter.
And the butter flavor. All right.
Right.
Well, shall we do a taste test?
Yes, please.
What should I do first? I'll do
Up to you.
the one I probably will love.
How's that?
I love the cashews.
Okay.
Christmas is coming.
Now, office party warnings from South Korea, how Santa is a flusher and China's Scrooge. It's a very merry collection of biz bites. Here's Linda Kennedy.